Welcome home. I'm Lisa, and this is the Gentle Reset, where we slow down, pay attention, and return to what matters. I'm so glad you're here. I've been sitting out here this morning thinking about how much of the summer has already passed. It seems impossible sometimes. We wait so long for summer to arrive, and then suddenly the corn is tall, the hay has been cut twice, and the flowers are mature, and the evenings are beginning to feel just a little different. Nothing dramatic happened. The season has simply been unfolding while we were living our lives. And it made me think about how easily we do the same thing with our days. We live them, we move through them, and sometimes we don't realize how beautiful they are until they've already been behind us. So today, I want to talk about gathering the good, not pretending everything is good. That's different. I mean, learning to recognize the moments we want to carry with us. So pour yourself something warm, find somewhere comfortable, and let's spend a little time noticing what we might want to keep. We spend our days collecting things without even realizing it: emails, appointments, receipts, notifications, things we need to remember, things we need to do, things we need to buy. And then at the end of the day, we can sometimes remember everything that went wrong and almost nothing that went right. I don't think we do that intentionally. Our minds are very good at noticing problems. Problems need our attention, but beauty is quieter. Beauty rarely interrupts us, it waits to be noticed. There's a question I've started loving. What would I like to keep? Not physically, emotionally. If I could gather a few moments from today and place them somewhere safe, which ones would I choose? Maybe it's this morning on the patio, my tea, the morning doves, Sadie doing something ridiculous that makes me laugh, a hummingbird visiting my favorite Rosa Sharon, a conversation with someone I love. Nothing extraordinary. And yet, these are the pieces that become a life. I think we need to be careful when we talk about gratitude. Gratitude should never become another way of telling ourselves we're not allowed to struggle. Some days are difficult. Some seasons hurt. Some circumstances are unfair. We don't need to cover these things with a positive thought and pretend they aren't real. That's not gratitude. To me, gratitude says, this is difficult and this is beautiful. Both can be true. Maybe today was exhausting and someone made you laugh. Maybe you're worried about something and the sunset was breathtaking. Maybe you're grieving and someone sat beside you so you didn't have to grieve alone. Gratitude doesn't ease the difficult part of the story. It simply refuses to let the difficult part become the whole story. It's funny how memory works. Some of the things we once thought were completely ordinary eventually become the things we'd give almost anything to experience one more time. A familiar voice, someone sitting in their usual chair, a recipe made the way only one person made it, a dog following us from room to room, children making noise somewhere in the house. a particular summer at home. We rarely know we're making a precious memory while we're making it. We're usually just living Tuesday. That's why observation matters. It gives us a chance to recognize some of these moments while they're still ours. August always reminds me that seasons don't wait for us to be ready. The light changes, the evening cools, the fields mature, and eventually summer begins handing the world over to autumn. I love autumn, but loving what comes next doesn't mean I have to hurry this season away. There's still August to live. There's still mornings on the patio, still hummingbirds, still flowers, still warm evenings, still things worth gathering. Maybe that's one of the greatest gifts of seasonal living. It teaches us to love something deeply without needing it to last forever. This week, I'd like you to create a page in your journal called Things I'd Like to Keep. And throughout the week, add to it. Don't search for profound moments. Look for ordinary ones. A smell, a sound, something someone said, a moment outside, something that made you laugh, something that made you feel like home. At the end of the week, read your list. I think you may discover something. Your life contains more goodness than you realize when you were busy living it. Before we finish today, I'd like to leave you with one question. What happened today that you would like to remember? Maybe that's where gratitude begins, not with forcing ourselves to feel grateful, with paying enough attention to recognize what mattered. Thank you for spending a little of your day here with me. Until next time, may you notice the moments that don't ask for attention. May you gather the ones your heart wants to keep. And whenever life begins moving too quickly, come home. Return to what matters. I'll see you next week.